Oh, I know I'm super sweaty, but I'm just gonna give this like a rough take. So I was working on this like all morning, took some notes. Ooh, you can see my little notepad and went over some of the previous talks just to prepare for my current talk. So this one's gonna be, oh shit. This one's gonna be on how meta learning can improve robot learning. And I'm really trying to pull from the poet algorithm and from the animal algorithm, and let's see, some really important concepts I think I have to like make sure to dissect in this talk are catastrophic forgetting. That's really important because the animal algorithm, it drastically improved catastrophic forgetting over 600 sequential tasks. So that's pretty impressive and better than really anything we've like seen in the past. And then the cool thing about Poet is able to with the animal algorithm, you actually have to have the tasks already defined, and then that algorithm just improves catastrophic forgetting. But with Poet, you actually don't even have to define the tasks. I think you just have to define the general space, and from that, the algorithm can like create create tasks that are in like the general direction that you're trying to solve for, and it creates like increasingly more complex tasks and their solutions. So in this case, the use case I was thinking about like this morning, you can kind of see it in the picture. So you've got a guy here, and so the first task could be like navigate. So this is about cobalt mining, because like cobalt is used to make like iPhones, and there's like a lot of people who are making like really poor wages doing like cobalt mining. So if we could get robots to actually do the cobalt mining, then that would really improve, you know, people's life conditions. Anyway, so you have the guy here. So the first task would be like navigating toward the cobalt. That's like the pile of cobalt there, and then he has like a scooper in his hand. So the second task would be to actually take his little scooper and dip it into the cobalt and pick up some cobalt. So there was like a check I made sure that I had there that's like, with this amount, or basically the robot needs to check like, is the weight, did the weight in my scooper increase between the time I put the scooper in the cobalt and when I took it out? Because if it didn't increase even over a certain threshold, then you didn't actually get enough copper to make a difference, and you should re-scoop again before going away. And then the most important part of this, which is this little picture down here, is about the angle of the scooper. So you want to make sure that when you pick up the cobalt, you don't tilt the scooper you know, upside down, because then the cobalt will just fall out, right? So you want to make sure that the scooper is at like an angle where it's upright enough where you might drop some, right? Maybe it's not like fully upright. And then I also, when I saw videos of people scooping the cobalt, they had it out, they were holding it like on top of their heads, and I'm not sure if this was just like a weight thing where the people who were moving the cobalt were small, so the bags of cobalt were big, and the higher that they put them on their head, they can actually just carry more weight, so then they have to make fewer trips. Now it could be that that's why they were doing it, but I'm just gonna assume that there's some reason that putting the cobalt over your head is like easier or smarter or something, so that's why they're doing it. So in my little like algorithm here, you make sure like your scooper is above your head, and that it's not upside down. So there's like the angle of the scooper in relation to like where the cobalt is, and the like slope of the like the like cobalt carrier. We're gonna call this our scooper, right? And then making sure that it's like not tilted upside down. Okay, so and then once we like, you know, that's like a task in itself, right? Like maybe meta learning the optimal angle to hold the scooper with the cobalt in it, and the optimal amount of cobalt to scoop at one particular time, right? So those are two different parameters that you could like meta learn in this case. And then you could have, once you have that, you need to like navigate back to wherever your like disposal pile is. Yeah. So I think those two algorithms are probably going to be like the two cases I'm going to like run over in this new talk, and that's the example that I'm going to use. I do think there was some research that was pointed to. I read over it again today. There's another talk that Kuhn gave. Oh, good. About robots that adapt. Now I haven't seen this talk before, so I'm gonna like watch it and then, you know, see what he's talking about there. And there was another one. Crap, like I can't remember. Oh no, it wasn't a talk. It was just the OpenAI paper with the Rubik's cube, because that one was about like what is it? Learning dexterity and getting the robot arm to like learn the Rubik's cube and changing all these different parameters. So a lot of that does have to do with like using reinforcement learning and continual learning. I think even meta learning to understand how to work a robot. So I'll probably like refer to that paper as well. So this is really rough draft, but you know, it's the beginning and kind of what I'm using to get started with the talk. So I did want to say that just to have like something to build from as I build the deck. All right, cool.